Hello, my name is Viviana Lopez. I'm going to be answering the 3 questions for journal report number 4. The first question being, what sociological or criminological theories do you believe are close to your opinion of cautions of deviance and crime? And what family members or friends have experienced this led to having my opinion of this question. So I would go with sociological, which I picked the conflict theory. This is basically power in producing social order within society. Basically, that we all have to act a certain way in the norms within our society. And the society will put us into groups of where we belong depending on how, we express ourselves out in the real world, how we communicate with others, and stuff like that. This is also involves political, economical, and social resources within the society. And have I had any family friend experiences led to this opinion? Basically, you kind of, as they say, you are who you hang out with. So let's say you're gonna be hanging out. I have a cousin who used to hang out with the good crowd, and then he ended up meeting someone new. Either it could be your girlfriend or you're just your friend. You end up finding someone new, and they may not be the best choice that you can go for, because they could be into drugs, or they can be just being criminals out in society, and you kind of end up falling towards that group, and you could become just like them, or you could become worse. So that does lead to my opinion on this, because like they say, you are who you hang out with. The second question is, do you believe criminological theory is important, somewhat or not important, to development of policies impacting deviance and crime? I do believe this is true, that criminological theory is what impacts the development of this. What criminological theory is, it's to help gain one's understanding of the crime and the criminal justice system. Either it covers the making and the breaking of the law, deviant behavior, and patterns of criminal activity. So whatever behavior you're showing out to the real world, this is where this falls into place. So it could give someone understanding of how you can grow up, as a child, and having, showing your family some signs, and then once you grow older, they're gonna end up thinking like this, they might become a criminal, or be into trouble once they're older. So I do believe that it's important, because this does tie to the policies of crime and deviance. And the criminological theory, I was also going to add to it that this basically means, why do people commit crimes? This also targets individuals, how they behave in certain situations. If they take things way too far or out of proportion, this can label them as well. And this it develops ways to control crime and rehabilitate the criminal. So this is also good for the criminal justice system. That way they can place them wherever they need to be placed. The third question, and it's the last question, being, what elements of theory or deviance and crime have you been surprised by? The second one is, confirmed an opinion about that. And the third one is, which one would you like to further examine in your education? So what elements of theory? For the elements of theory of deviance and crime that I've been surprised by was rebellion, which you obviously, sometimes when someone commits a crime, the other person that was affected by it either wants to get payback. They want the person to get payback, and they're gonna end up being rebellious, and they'll either do what you did, the same type of crime, to you, which is the one that committed it, the offender, or they can just make it even worse and they won't care if they'll get in trouble or not, but it'll be even worse. So I do believe that that one was the one that I was surprised by. And besides the social strain theory, the conflict theory, and the labeling theory, which one have I confirmed an opinion with is the control theory. The reason I am pretty much, I was a little bit curious and I did my research on this one was because this is the values, integrity of someone that was a criminal in the beginning, and then now they want to be a good person and they want to change for society, but sometimes people don't always change. It can take them years, months, you never know. But the fact that they have to, like, in a way, be who they're not is what's, like, I'm, like, curious about. And made me think that, are they doing it for themselves? Are they doing it for family members or friends? Or because sometimes they're not always just going to be true to themselves, and they just want to be the good person and have themselves labeled as not a threat to society. Which theory would I like to further, educate myself in? Would be the structural functionalism. And this one basically, it draws the line and it promotes society from versus us, the people, the good people, versus them, which is the offenders and the ones that are out in society. This will just adjust the norms of deviant behavior and contribute to a long-term stability. So basically, like, some stuff can be just normal, and that's what kind of like can scare someone, because the things that weren't normal back then, they'll be okay in today's world, which I would like to examine and fight for that, because sometimes not everything can be back to the norms. Sometimes it's just crazy type of criminals out there, and you just want to keep them locked up and get them some help. You never know. So that concludes my journal report. Thank you.